Guys, what do you do in this situation? So you meet a Filipina online. She seems perfect, amazing, beautiful, everything that you're looking for. But then she tells you, no sex until marriage. I think 99% of you will run for the hills. And that is what Alona was facing. She had a number one rule. She was not going to have sex until marriage, and no one was interested until she met Patrick. I interviewed Patrick and Alona a year and a half ago. The video blew up. It is one of the most popular videos on my channel. All credit to them. They have an incredible story. Guys were messaging me after that video saying, how can I meet someone like Alona? Other guys were saying, screw that, that is ridiculous. There are so many learning lessons in their story for you guys if you're looking to find a genuine Filipina. Well, this follow-up video is even better, guys. So much has happened. So much more comes to the table in this interview. Before I jump to the interview, guys, let me introduce to you the partner for this video, Christian Filipina. If you guys are thinking about meeting someone online, and if you're looking to meet someone genuine, if you're ready to settle down, if that's more of what you're looking for, this is a good fit for you guys. That's what Christian Filipina is all about, matching genuine people together. There's a link in the description, no obligation whatsoever. I know a lot of guys that have met their now long-term partners on Christian Filipina. The person that I'm focused on, I met on Christian Filipina. If you decide to give it a go, I wish you good luck. I hope you meet someone amazing. Now let's get to the interview. So let's back up. When we first sat down and did this interview, it was about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
There was a lot of comments, right?
Oh, yeah.
There was mostly positive, but there was a lot of comments saying...
There were some mean comments. Unbelievable. I'm like, babe, don't read this.
So after that interview, the big storyline, among many other things that you talked about, was the no sex until marriage.
Yeah.
Talk about your perspective on that, of waiting until marriage, you're ready to pull the trigger, you have it planned out, you're going to get married, and it couldn't happen.
Yeah, that was difficult because as a guy, and I haven't had sex in 15 years or more because, you know, my previous marriage. I'm anticipating getting married to this girl I love, and it keeps getting delayed to the point where I had planned some things out. We planned a honeymoon in Bohol, going to Alona Beach. My wife's name is Alona. Yeah. And that was a dry honeymoon. We didn't cancel it. We just went there. We didn't do anything. We just celebrated, had a good time. I came here thinking I had all the paperwork to get married. Because of Filipino paperwork rules, my paper was good in Manila, but it wasn't good here. Her Cinemar was good for 6 months in Manila, but was only good for 3 months here.
Got it.
We got turned down trying to get married there twice.
Twice. In Cebulan, one.
Yeah.
Torn down.
Yeah.
In Valencia, torn down, one.
Yeah, we got so it's not so easy to get married in the Philippines. The ones you fight for the most, or you have to wait on the most, there's a better reward. So it was definitely a good reward once it happened. Woohoo! Well, let me tell you also that, you know, because of my previous marriage where I went in and there were already children, I said, babe, we want to have children, but I want to wait and have a honeymoon. So I said, for 1 year, we're not going to try to have a child. We're going to just have a honeymoon. And so for a year, we just had fun, did whatever we wanted. Yes. Then the very first time we tried to get pregnant in February, she's pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah, it was meant to be.
Some things that you pointed out that I thought was great in the interview was how caring Alona was. And that was early on in the relationship. Now you've been together for how long?
Well, our marriage is, so now it's a year and then September. So it's over a year and a half. Yeah. And we spent a month together before that.
Has there been a change was there a honeymoon phase and then the massages stopped and the caring nature stopped?
Yeah.
Or is it just carrying on?
This is what's happening now, a year and a half later. At least 4 nights a week, including last night, I'm sitting there and she says, hey babe, do you want a foot massage? I'll only give you an hour. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I go over there. She pulls out the coconut oil. She puts on her phone with a Korean movie and just works on my feet. I mean, she's got such strong hands. And my feet hurt. I play pickleball all the time. At least 4 nights a week, she's massaging. I've stopped getting massages in town. And then she'll be like, Daddy, do you want me to make some chocolate chip cookies? I'm like, okay. The mixer's broke, so I see her sitting on the floor in the kitchen doing it by hand, you know, in the Filipino style. I'm like, what are you doing down there? Well, our mixer broke. I'm like, buy a new mixer. Okay, Daddy, but right now, you know, I'm just mixing the butter in with the flour. And
nothing has faded. I mean,
it's gotten better.
Yeah, it's only gotten better.
Yeah.
My life I feel that it's more blessed. I'm blessed before because I have big family, but I'm blessed more because I have my own family and we have a baby. And Patrick, treat me so well and provide all what I need. And before, I told Patrick that, Daddy, I'm so tired always renting, renting
Yeah.
because carry all of your luggage and move again and move another again house. It's so tiring kind of.
Yeah, you
So
guys
I
were.
told him, Daddy, can we please looking for a small house?
Yeah, having a stable home is
Yes,
a big thing.
It's really blessed for us.
Some big changes coming in your life.
Yeah.
So you have the home, you're settled.
We've got the dog and the cat.
Yeah, that actually, once you get the dog and the cat, it's official.
You're committed.
Yeah, you're the house, the dog, the cat.
We
and
call
the-
them our kids right now
Yeah.
till Patrick Addison comes. Yeah.
Talk about when you were younger. Did you dream of this kind of thing? Were you always wanting a house and a family? And
No, not really. Before, I'm just dreamed that I have a man that marry me first before sex, a simple life, happy life. That's it. Because we're so poor before, but we're still happy, but still not have your own family.
So this is a bonus on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
She said something interesting too, and that is accept you how you are. These cultures are so different from our culture, right? And a province girl. And so, one of the things she'll do is she'll make noise. Like at dinner, like a thing like a burp is a normal thing over here.
Yeah.
And in America, girls won't do that. It's not allowed. And I thought about it and I'm like, man, I like my wife just the way she is. I don't care what she does. So I haven't ever tried to change her in any of that. It's like, man, that's my wife. And she's true and transparent and real. And I just love all that stuff. Filipinas feet up when they're eating,
Yeah.
on the chair. And
The first time that I heard a Filipina burp, it's kind of shocking at first, right?
for a Western guy.
For a Western guy,
Yeah.
but it's normal here.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like,
I'm not the easiest guy to live with. I'm hypertense. For me, hypertense means energetic, on it, focused, my way or the highway sometimes. And she just kind of rolls with it. She's not a layover kind of girl where anything I say is okay, but she'll speak her mind and hold her position. And it's not like I can intimidate her, but she's not contentious. She's just, okay, let's see if that works.
what are the things that you and Patrick do together since we last met? Your relationship has grown into something so much more. Your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You're always busy. You're always doing things together. So
Yeah.
what are the things that?
Yeah, before, when I'm not yet pregnant and not so big my tummy, we're doing pickleball, Bible study, so we have so much fun. But now, it seems like changes because Patrick doing pickleball, I'm not doing.
She just stopped pickleball though, like 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago.
She's been playing all the way up until this. We still do all the Bible studies and we go to church
Yeah.
and from that, we've met so many expats, which a guy over here needs. If you're a Westerner, not very many guys are going to be happy in the province just talking to Filipino men because we have this different mindset about the world. So you want to have some friends. So we have a lot of friends here and we go out to dinner with them. We've gone to Apple Island. We do waterfall adventures. Oh, and we had mom come from Masbate and stay with us for 2 months at
Yeah.
one point.
Speak to that, Alona. How is it living far away from your family? So that's a big change in
That's a
your
big
life.
change for
it's a big
Filipina.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard because my family said, why you stay that so far away? So they have that question.
Your family's asking you?
You are the only one who's so far. You don't want us to visit you, It's normal a Filipino asking that, but I told them, I'm already married and I'm already 32, so I have my own decision.
I feel a responsibility for taking a younger girl is to make sure that she's going to be okay if I die. And so that's the idea here. The home's in her name. The cars are all in her name. The motorcycle's in her name. She's got full access. We have a joint bank account. Any money I have in there, she has full access to. And I'm just trying to make sure that she's set up so that if and when my time comes, and hopefully it's going to be, I'm hoping for 84. My Patrick Addison will be 18, 84, I'll be doing pretty good. I'll be ready to go meet Jesus, But make sure she's set up the whole time.
All right, let me mention something here. For the people that say the age gap and the love, it's only happening because you're providing so much and you're setting them up, you're setting Alona up with everything and it's in her name.
Yeah.
Like it's not coming from pressure.
No.
When are you doing this for me? When are you putting,
This is something I felt like that's what a man's supposed to do. We're supposed to take care of the girl and make sure, especially because because of the age gap, because she's giving herself as a young woman who's never been kissed, never been in a relationship with a guy. She's committing to this older man. You know, she's giving me much more in value than I think when I'm giving her, because mine can be priced. You can price this home. You can't price what an unspoiled woman brings into a relationship with a man when she wants to join with him and trust him and walk hand in hand with him on the vision that we both have together. It's priceless. I'm happy to do what I'm doing, and it was all my idea. And I told her what my expectations were. She told me what hers were, and it's been really good.
You told me about this list. Let's go through it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I was married for 20 years, and I saw what didn't work, and I learned some lessons. That's what we're supposed to do. And then she had this great ethical stance of honoring her family, and one of the ways she was going to honor her family was no sex before marriage. So, and I'm a Christian, so I agreed with that. And so the very first thing we agreed to, and it was like it came out the very first time I talked to her. She's just, she's not going to waste her time. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm not going to have sex before marriage. Basically like that, to see if, I'm like, okay, on to the next Filipina. So after a little while, we started talking because we went through the pandemic. So we were in a long distance relationship. So for 4 years, we had all kinds of communication. So we did the no sex before marriage. Here's another biblical one is don't let the sun go down on your anger. Once again, that happened to me in my previous life, and I just learned the lesson. You need to settle things and not have anger. So no drinking alcohol without our spouse unless it's family time. And meaning like her family likes to play cards and have some beers. So I'm okay with that with her. And she's okay with me having a beer with friends. But I always let her know, like I'll go to a bar to watch, say an F1 race. And my buddies are there and I'll say, babe, I'm gonna have 2 beers. Okay, daddy, that's fine. And I just let her know, but we're not out in a nightclub partying away where, it's a pickup joint, where everybody's there to meet other people. No close opposite sex friendships. That's pretty obvious. I can't have a really close girlfriend and my wife. That's just, you're asking for trouble. And I think that's pretty obvious. So
most people would agree with that.
Don't call your spouse names in the thick of things. You don't want to because, you don't forget it. If names are called, they kind of stick. No big complaining to family or friends. That'll protect our marriage because we forgive each other, but when we complain to family or friends, then they don't forget about it. They hold resentments, and that can hurt our marriage from, peripheral conversations. Let's see. Never use the word divorce or any word that means the same. That's emotional manipulation, and that's not cool. If we're committed, we're committed. The divorce is out of the picture. That's not a possibility, and in the Philippines, it really isn't anyways. But, there could still be like, oh, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go home on her part, or, well, I'm going to go back to America. It's like, no, we're in it. We're going to work things out. Yeah. It's not the throwaway society. And then the last one is I told her, look, I go to church. Church is important to me. God's important to me. So, man, now she's posting scriptures and talking to her relatives about God, and we're praying every night for all of them. And it's really morphed into something wonderful with that basis of those rules.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think a lot of guys should learn from this. If they're starting a relationship, to not just wing it necessarily, but to actually have some framework and some specific things that you can talk about. Did Patrick bring this idea up, or did you? Well, you had the first rule, so I guess you brought it. You started it.
She had the first rule.
I'm the one who first told him that I like you to know that I don't like kind of girl that 6'6", then live in. I like marriage first. And he said, okay, I can do that. And I said, well, we will see.
She always said that. She always said,
we'll
we will
see if you can do it.
Yeah,
and she didn't
most
believe
of
it.
foreigner, they said yes, but later on in the time of meet up, they said they did not allow that.
Yeah.
So he's the only one can survive for
That was willing.
For 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm a lot older. So she's 32 years younger. And I was like, I can't talk to you. It's even illegal to talk to you. I got to find somebody else when I first met her. And she's like, no, it's normal over here. Age is just a number, which you hear. And I'm thinking, okay. But then she said, my parents have the same age gap. I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, that made it all of a sudden better in my mind because we're trained over in America that we're perverts if we look at a younger girl. So then I started taking it seriously. And then as we kept talking and working things out, and she kept telling me the truth about everything and not asking for money and that kind of stuff, then I started talking about relationships and some lessons I learned, and we just started putting these rules together. I think it was at 4 at one point, and then 5, and then finally the last couple came in.
What is the main reason for you wanting to wait until marriage?
No, my family, my sister is one man, virgin married. So, and I'm the youngest. So my family expected that I'm doing to be like that. So I'm.
It's honorable.
So I'm. I don't need to make a mistake, because they expected that I'm going to be like them.
Weren't there some guys in the village that were, wanting to do stuff with you if you were willing? There was.
I'm sure.
There was.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
How old were you again when you met Patrick?
I'm 28.
Were you ever reaching a point where you thought this might not happen?
Yeah, in my mind, and I said maybe I don't get married.
Yeah.
I'm single. I'm old single lady.
Because in the
I'm
Philippines,
28.
right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Because in the Philippines, you heard a lot. Oh my gosh, she's getting older, still single.
Oh, she's 30.
Yeah,
she's
she's
over
30.
the hill.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, you feel she's like, oh my God, she's so young.
Yeah. Am I going to get arrested?
Yeah, so lots of comment that you hurting you that, oh my gosh, she's so old, she's still single.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can believe he still not have sex with another man? And I said, I'm still told Patrick that even though you believe it or not, I'm not that kind of girl that having sex any kind of man.
Yeah.
But because my goal is only one man in my whole life. So that's why
Her whole life.
Yeah.
So I've even said, babe, I'm older. If I die, you can go out and find another husband. She's like, I'll be satisfied with one. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm okay with that.
Wow.
I'm just a whole different culture over here in the way they think, And
Did you ever think you would find this?
No, not especially after the bad situation I was in. It wasn't good for her. It wasn't good for me. So, but economics was one of the reasons I came over, and love. I was hoping for something. I guess I never gave up hope, but I hit the jackpot. They call it. That's the word over here, jackpot. I got the jackpot with this girl. You
did very well.
She's amazing. Yeah. She's going to be a great mom too, I'm sure. Right?
Yeah, only that negative for me is my English study.
I'm going to ask you the same question. So most guys will say, too risky, try it before you buy it,
Oh, yeah.
all these comments that came in on the video. Speak to that. What do you think about why the majority would not even consider it, and why is it different for you?
Well, I mean, I think the majority don't consider it because we've left a moral lifestyle in America and most Western cities. There's nothing holding us back from having sex these days, and sex is pleasurable. And so, you're here, you're older, you're nearing the last chapter in your life. There's young girls that are willing to do it. It's a super temptation, And then for me, the funny thing was, I told her after 4 years of communicating, I think I love you, you think you love me, but we still have to meet. We have to meet. And then I also did something really strange. I even thought it was strange myself. I said, okay, Lord, I found a girl who doesn't want to have sex. She's got integrity. She tells me the truth. She doesn't ask me for money. I think I want to marry this girl, and I'll worry about getting along and blending after we come together. It was just this philosophy I decided to adopt, that I'm just going to look for these core principles. And it almost goes back to older cultures where parents would pick the spouse for you because they see in that person, and you've never met him, but you see in that person those things. So I just said, we're going to do that and it's going to work. And man, we have such a great relationship. Every night we go to bed, we pray. It takes maybe 15, 20 minutes. Then we play a game on the phone. We kiss each other goodnight. I wake up and I make her coffee. I mean, it's just pretty nice.
Yeah.
Not even coffee anymore because she's pregnant. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of guys say the fear would be, well, what if the chemistry isn't there, right?
Yeah.
And that, so you kind of touched on it, but can you speak to that? Did that cross your mind, or can you tell? Maybe you can speak to those guys that were, most guys, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
That can you sort of figure out chemistry and assume it's going to be okay, even though you're not intimate with each other?
Yeah. Well, the sexual compatibility thing, I think that's overblown because she's never had sex before. So she's going to be willingly led by the man into what is kind of normal. Unless it's something really wild, just having sex is supposed to be fun, not just procreation. And so I don't want to get too intimate or anything, but she slowly, was like, whoa, really? And then you want the lights on? Yeah, I didn't marry a pretty girl not to see her. She wanted the lights off. That's when we can tell. I'm like, no, we're gonna have the lights on.
So the chemistry, you believe, if you're attracted to someone and you're getting along, there's conversation chemistry. There's lots of types of chemistry.
Yeah.
But before getting married, there was cuddling, holding hands.
Yeah,
what was there to sort of allow you to know,
Yeah.
and kissing?
Yeah.
So do you feel like that is enough to know that energy is there, that you're not, to not worry about the rest?
Actually, I don't even think you have to have that. As soon as we met, before we started doing that, because she was really nervous around me, like super nervous. And so all we really had to do was connect, see if the vibe was there personality-wise a little bit. I saw her humor, saw how she responded to me, and I thought, this is gonna work. I've got no questions.
Right.
So I was just all in. After 4 years of talking, I was all in within a week and a half. She may be embarrassed to say it because it may sound wrong, but it's the truth and there's nothing wrong with it. She now has security. She's married. And that, the marriage certificate comes with responsibilities and, you're locked in. And I wanted to be locked in and she wanted to be locked in. And that comes with this great feeling like, okay, we're walking this path together. So what's our next move? Where are we going? How are we doing it?
Yeah, and our role is no matter what happened, we still committed to each other because we're married.
We say that all the time.
No running away. We just solve any problems, not to go out another person. So we like to fix if have a problems, not to break up or not to separate.
Or not to chismes with other people about our problems. That's the word for gossip, We don't go around, oh, my wife's this or that.
So all my family, when my father died, my mom said, you can work, but just be honest. So if have a guy, you meet a guy, said, did you kiss that guy? And I said, I have so conscience because I can't lie, my mom. Yeah. So I went, no, mom, no kiss. I said, okay, good, I will believe you, So that's why I bring that until I reached 31 years old. And I said,
but remember, when we were waiting, but together, I'm not sure your family was still
my family
it.
not believe that. But I go with him for 1 month. We're dating.
They figured within the first few nights.
He said, no, it's hard to believe. For the first time you sleep together with a man, what are you doing, rosary? And I said, no.
The rosary.
And I said, Mom, no. Because Patrick told my sister, I get Alona virgin, I bring back virgin.
Yeah. And she put on like 6 layers of clothing, wrapped herself in blankets like a cocoon, and stayed on the far edge of the bed. The air conditioner's on and freezing at night. I'm using a pillow.
She's taking all the blankets.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm not wearing that Patrick attempt to talk.
You mean if you were wearing sexy? Yeah.
So if I'm wearing sexy, maybe
she never gave an opportunity like that. That's funny. Yeah.
So at least if he really like me the way I am, not my body, not my size,
Almost the biggest thing, though, was truth. We talked about this over and over and over. We have to be able to trust each other. And so it's hard to build trust in just a month of meeting someone. But the longer you're with somebody, the more you get to know them. Yeah. And we were able to understand that the other person was telling us truth over time, over that relationship. And we still have that. We have this great trust in each other. So if I tell her something, she's just like, okay. Or if she tells me something, I'm like, okay, I just believe her, So we got a great relationship that way.
So you guys chose Valencia out of many places, right?
Yeah.
It's obviously popular here for expats.
Yeah.
Speak on Valencia, speak on the area for other guys that are looking to settle in the Philippines, because it's a big decision. You're starting a family here, you bought a house here.
Well, I'll tell you what another good friend of ours, Joe, said. Joe said, I was living in Cebu and I had a little bit of a life, but then I came to Dumaguete and he said, it's unlike any other place I've been in the Philippines. And he's been in 3 or 4 different islands. The social atmosphere you get with foreigners here. And there's a lot of foreigners here. I mean, you can't go a day without seeing foreigners all over the place, but it's an opportunity to make all kinds of great friends. All of them have basically younger wives or girlfriends. So you get to do things as couples and go out and meet. And so it's just been, our life has bloomed open here. Now, when it came to Valencia, we were looking in Bacong, we were looking down in Dumaguete areas. And I don't know that we were specifically looking for Valencia. We were just looking for a good home in a good neighborhood that we could afford.
Is Dramageddon a thing, and do you just have to avoid it?
I have no concept of Dramageddon. Me and my friends and the people we associate with, there's no drama. We're just living our life and doing our stuff. A lot of those guys are, I don't want to put them down, but they may be the guys that sit around at the bar and talk about stuff and don't have goals in life anymore. They're just kind of maybe on a long vacation. And, you know, we're here to live our life and to move forward. You know, I was just telling her, I've lived my life for 60-something years and it was all about me. And now I've got a little son coming. By the way, we're having a boy. And,
Congrats,
and
guys.
it's going to be Patrick Addison, which is my middle name, which I'm Patrick, and then my dad's middle name. And then Alonzo, her last name, and then Collins for me. And so long name, but anyways, we've got something else now, like many people have experienced already, a child. And so we're going to pour our efforts and our life into our child and just take joy in that now.
Yeah.
You know?
Fantastic.
Yeah, super excited.
Well said. So you grew up in Masbate. This is a very, very different place, guys, compared to here.
Yeah, over here have lights, have electricity,
Hot showers.
hot shower,
Yeah.
have aircon.
Refrigerator.
No, that's interesting. So for you, you probably could be happy anywhere. You're happy for the little things.
My life is upgraded.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because in our province, we're using solar, no electric pan, no electricity, no TV, as in typical province. But over here, we have aircon. So my mom said, you are rich because you have aircon. I said, yeah.
So the pickleball, the road trips, the waterfalls, it's just bonus for you.
Yeah, it's bonus.
Yeah.
Cool.
Here's something else I forgot to say about her. We've been married a year and a half. We've been been together for 2 years. She still thanks me when I buy her a lemonade. She'll thank me when we're praying for a nice day, a wonderful day, an easy day. I'm like, you know, usually that goes away, but it's not with her. She's staying grateful for everything. I'm like, babe, I love you. Well, what else would I do? So
I agree with you. You hit the jackpot. You found a wonderful partner, and you found a great guy in Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to speak to the guys that are watching this video that want to come here, how are you one in a million? What do you feel about other guys finding a partner like Alona? What recommendations? Just speak to that.
Well, the average age in the Philippines is 27 and a half years old. There's 110 million people. There's girls everywhere, but you have to use your common sense. You have to have your red flags, your red flag antenna up, because at this point, there's a lot of girls that will try to use you for money, but there's a ton of girls over here still, even in the cities, I think, that are nice girls that are raised in great homes, that have great values, that would make great girlfriends and wives. But you just have to be a little choosy in particular. You just can't grab the first one. Of course, it's all about building up a little bit of a relationship. There's just nice girls here. It's a friendly nation, and they're raised to be respectful to elders, and so I think the pickings are ripe here.
And Patrick have friends that were the one who recommend, and they're working.
Yeah, a friend came over, stayed 2 months, fell in love with a girl that we met at a fruit stand.
You introduced?
Yeah. So sometimes if you find a girl, the important is you need to know each other first. Little longer, because it's hard if you're just so short time, it's hard to know the real girl.
And they need to know a little bit of
Yeah.
English.
But at
She's
least
doing fine. You're doing fine.
Yeah.
I know.
For me, even though it's hard for me to speak in English, that's why I hate English.
You do great. But think about it. She knows 3 languages. She knows Cebuano, she knows Tagalog, and she knows English.
A lot more than
super smart.
Yeah, I just want to mention this too to add. What I see is 2 people that really committed to your morals and values and what you're looking for. And you've talked about temptation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways that guys can get distracted, go down the wrong path.
This is a great question.
Forget about
Yeah.
what they're really even looking for in the beginning.
Yeah.
But you both were very strict with that, right? And staying true to what you really wanted.
There's a Bible verse. It's in Job, and it said, I've made a covenant with my eyes. I will not look upon a virgin. So I'm married, so I've just made a covenant with my eyes. You know, guys, we want to look, so I'll see a pretty girl, but then I don't take the second look. I'm just like, I got mine. There's always that temptation. Guys are never satisfied. We just have to have some discipline in our life, you know? What? Cheeks? What? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm the one who, if I see a sexy girl, I'm the one who told Patrick.
She's pointing it out to me. I'm like, why are you doing that? I don't want to see her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Filipina thing, man.
I think it's a
Compensation.
test. Every time it's a test. I'm like, no, I'm not looking. Yeah.
Speak to other Filipinas that were just like you in Masbate or another
Yeah.
province area that are looking for a good relationship. What would you say to them?
Okay, if you're a Filipino looking for a honest and good American, you should be, at the beginning, you should be honest how you really feel, even though you hurt them or hurt him.
Yeah.
The important is honest and be serious and have a dignity, you know, and be hard to get. Not that's so easy to get.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You did a
good.
good job with
That's
that.
good. Yeah.
You definitely were not easy to get.
No.
I know.
Yeah, because if you are easy to get, it seems like the guy not put an effort.
Easy to get, easy to
Yeah.
throw away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of temptation. We speak about temptation with us foreigners. Filipinos have the same amount of temptation
Yeah.
of a bunch of guys coming here looking to date and meet
A
someone.
different way,
so-
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should discipline in your mind, in your heart.
Well said.
Yeah.
If so, you did not. You can avoid the temptation, because if you let your flesh to have a temptation and you did not control your mind and your heart, you're going to the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well
Look at that.
said.
It's
Thanks for
good.
sharing that,
Thanks, babe.
Ilona.
Right.
Yeah, Patrick, your turn. Speak
Yeah.
to the guys out there
Okay.
that are back home in your shoes like several years ago when you were thinking about coming over here.
Sure. Why are you waiting? If you're not satisfied with your life and you have the courage to change, because it's a big change to come from Western culture all the way over here, and if you can look at it like an adventure, then not only will you have this great new life over here, but you can have a great new wife or girlfriend. There's girls over here. They're raised respectfully. They're all beautiful. You just be careful, like normal. Look for the good ones, which are those that are truthful and happy and honest. And I don't think it's that hard to do. I honestly don't. I see good girls over here all the time. And this is one of the cities that is packed with expats. So they say, oh, there's not that many. I think they're everywhere. Yeah, so you can do it. Come on over. And it's affordable, right?
Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it does.
It's not hard on the wallet compared to living back in the U.S. Yeah.
I don't know if we couldn't live in the U.S. Not like this. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a great life, and it's a great story. Thank you for sharing that.
I need tissue, Daddy. I have runny nose.
I thought you were saying
Holding that in the whole time.
Nosebleed.
Oh, yeah. Nosebleed. From
Yeah,
trying to
English.
figure out
Yeah.
English, yeah.
Yeah, because my mind is loading and you have already.
My mind's loading.
That's it for this one. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Patrick and Ilona, for sharing your story. After watching this, could you do what Patrick did? Could you commit? Does this change your mind at all? Could you go with that number one rule if you met someone like Ilona that presented that rule to you, saying no sex until marriage? It worked out pretty darn well for them, as you can see. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. More to come. Take care.